Hey there, how's it going? Let me make myself comfortable. Well, I prepared another book review for you. It's been a while since I did one of these, exactly a year. But every year I do a book review. What I do is I read a book a month. I think this is my 4th year doing this, so I then do a little book review. I do it to keep myself, entertained, educated, and committed to reading. So I read a book every month, and then I do this video, tell you a little bit about what I read. Maybe you like it, maybe you won't, maybe you'll read these, maybe you'll give me your tips and tricks and recommendations on books. But yeah, let's get into it. Now, keep in mind that for some of these books, it's been a year since I read them, so I'm just going to try to pick them up and tell you a little bit about them. Let's start with Keep Going. Keep Going by Austin Kleon. Austin Kleon actually lives in Austin, Texas, and it was a really playful take on how to maintain your creativity, how to get back into that creative cycle, how to get inspired again and just keep going. Just keep going, The next book I read was a gift I got. It's a Czech book by Ladislav Špaček, Etiketa, obchodníka. This is a business book. I got it as a gift. Actually, I got it with a signature directly from the author somewhere here, and at a book signing right there from Ladislav himself. And this is a kind of like an intro to business book, or like intro to business administration and business management, where he just teaches good morals and ethics of how to behave, how to dress, how to show up for work, how to show up for interviews. I would say it's a basic intro. It's in Czech, so it's good for people living in Czech Republic or Slovakia interested in learning a little bit about the basics of the business world. I think this would be a great book in schools as a subject, even in middle schools and high schools, just for people to get a taste of how to dress, how to show up, perform great, etc. So, nice read. Thank you for the gift. Then, this is the book I read a couple months ago in the summer. This is from a Slovak author called Pavel Baričák. He has a fun way of writing about his trips. So this one is a trip of him going to Nepal and him doing the Annapúrn trek. And it's just a playful take with a lot of photos of how his trip went. I kind of actually enjoyed it. It's kind of like a vlog in a book. I might do something similar. He did a great job. It was funny. His style is funny. I actually might pick up another book from him. And yeah, if you're considering going to this trek and you're from Slovakia or Czech Republic, you can read this in a native language, or you can pick up other books. But cool trek, might do it one day. Another really good book that I only have here today with me on a CD as an audiobook, but I read it as well, is The Positive Leader by Jan Muhlfeit. Jan Muhlfeit was one of the executive managers at Microsoft in Europe, based out of Prague, Czech Republic. And this is a great motivational business book. Literally how to be positive and how to motivate teams to perform at their highest level, highest potential, and how to keep members motivated. Strongly recommend this. It's also in English. I think it's called Positive Leader. So easy to find if you put in Jan Muhlfeit. And I'll put all the links to the books, to Amazon links in the description below. So another book I read was called Tools and Weapons, The Promise and the Peril of the Digital Age. This was written by Brad Smith. He is the president of Microsoft. And then it was written by Carol Ann Brown with a foreword by Bill Gates. Really, really good book. Pretty heavy. A lot of technical topics discussed, a lot of geopolitical issues when it comes to technology, and just overall a discussion of how to govern the world from a technical perspective. What is too much in terms of collecting data? What is too little? What is the right way to do it, the socially responsible and ethical way? So, good read, pretty deep, but as well, highly recommend. Then I read Dominik Dan. This is a Slovak detective, an author that writes Slovak detectives. And this book is Nevieš hodiny. I actually read 2 books from him. I read this one, and then I read Venuša zo zátoky. So 2 books. And then I read another book from Adam Ondra called Lezec, tělem, duší. This is the best rock climber in the world, #1. My idol as well in terms of rock climbing, as I'm a climber. This one's signed by Adam, and I have another one, his photography book. Like, he has like a nice coffee table book with all the photos. But this book was more of like an autobiography. I could compare it to like Arnold Schwarzenegger's autobiography when he talks about sports. Like, really, like, he's a top performer athlete, qualified for the Olympics in rock climbing in person. So one of my favorite books this year. And then I read another book called Get Together. This book is focused on how to manage communities and how to create communities. Specifically, it says Get Together is a guide to cultivating a community. People who come together over what they care about. And as in my job, I'm a community manager of a highly technical community. I wanted to learn more about how other people manage communities, work with communities, and this book is, I would say, my favorite book on communities, and this year after Adam's book. Great. And then there was another book, The Making of a Manager by Julie Zhuo, and this book is something I would recommend if you're in a corporation or in some type of managerial job. And it might not be applicable to everyone, but if you do get into a manager job where you have to manage people and have direct reports, then definitely this book will give you an idea of, or like a guide of, how some highly successful people in corporations all around the world did it, and also how Julie did it and a couple other people. So I would say good tips and tricks. Might not be applicable to everyone, but if you're in a managerial position or looking to step up to one, check it out. And then it's actually a good complement to this one, The Positive Leader. So these 2 books come hand in hand if you're a manager or trying to motivate a team. And then I had a couple more books I read. I actually do not have them here because some of them I read on my Kindle. I prefer hard copies so that I get that feel and a taste of a book. But sometimes when you travel, it's easy to store thousands of books on this Kindle. If you've seen the show on Netflix called Down to Earth with Zac Efron and Darren Olean, so this is actually one of the main characters in that show on Netflix, and this is his book. So kind of show you how it looks. This is the book, Super Life, right there. This is my all-time favorite book when it comes to health, how to eat, how to take care of your body, and he talks about 5 life forces of what everyone should do to maintain a healthy life. He focuses on eating, drinking water, proper diet, proper hydration, proper alkalinization, so breathing and making sure your body's alkaline, not acidic. Then he talks about stress and how to manage that and workouts, and all of it in one book. Amazing. With that, I also read The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, a classic. I was traveling on the plane earlier this year, and I breezed through this one. It was good. In the middle, I was getting a little lost. It was a little slow, a little too descriptive of non-human alien technology. Wasn't that entertaining to me, but the beginning and the ending were great. That's it. So those were all the books. Hopefully you like this book review. Let me know what books you're reading, what you would recommend. I already have my 12 books for next year, but maybe I can take out a few or add a few more. And yeah, see you in a year.